Hi, welcome everyone again. I'm just going to explain some additional features that were added to this game engine here for that is basically for Space Invaders demo. Uh, we have organized the code into more of a sophisticated and generalized way where we'll be going through badges and images, textures, and sprites separately. So let's start with the we are still using the same way the last time the sprites were working. It's gonna be the same. The only thing change is the way the sprites are managed. The program is still the same. The update function is still the same. The only thing that is changed is how we are loading the content and how we are initializing a lot of managers in there. We have created a lot of singleton managers. Let's start with the bottom one, that's the textures. We have added texture manager textures, which has names of what kind of textures we are going to use. We have a print function dumping and setting. The manager is more of an extract manager now, and we are using that as a base class for our texture manager. Um, it eases a lot of work where we had to do all the stuff of boxing unboxing in the manager. Now we are doing in those texture managers rather than managers. Manager is just allowing us to add all the function in there, all the managing the linked list basically. um, Last time we used sprite boxes. We are more kind of encapsulating all the data. We are creating separate functions. We are still calling the Azul function, but we are encapsulating it to make our own specialized function where it's more easier for a user to. um, then we have images. Earlier we used to input everything into just a single sprite. Now we are going through in parts now. First we load the texture, then we set the image we want from that specific texture. So this will set the specific image. It will store that so that it can be reused again. And then there is sprites, which will use those images to make a sprite function on the game engine window. Alright, and then there's one more thing, there's batches. Right now I'm using 3 alien batches. This batch will have specific set of alien in each of them. Each batch will contain a specific set of aliens. Also, on top of that, I've created a batch draw function for them. So if we want to draw in terms, we say specific batch, we'll call just this function to draw that specific batch of aliens or any kind of sprites in there. Let's start with the game. How we said, we're still using those 11 sprites like last time. We have our own sprite box now. This is our images. We are right now using just 3 images and we have 1 texture. This is 3 sprite batches. What we did earlier, we started with a texture, we set the texture, we set 3 different aliens. You can see here, these are 3 different aliens with their rect size in the image. It's basically a location and their size in the texture itself. This will make it easy for us to actually identify which kind of alien we want to draw. So whenever we call our manager and add the sprites, we set the sprites, set the size, the location on the screen and size of this. That's what we're doing for the sprites. We just changing the color so that we know which one is which. uh, I'm just drawing a single sprite box because we have created a sprite box in there as well. And then here we are adding all the sprite batch. I've created a container which contains all the sprites. This is a separate linked list that is created. So right now the way I'm creating it is I'm using the same sprites, but I am just rearranging them in the new linked list. So they are still the same. I'm just using them and putting them in there. The only in this there's a double linked list that is getting created. It's like a tree structure that is getting created. The first linked list is this one, and each link will contain this whole stuff data in there. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Alright, okay, let me just show you. So this was the same as the last time. Let's remove this and save it. And let's clean this build and draw it. Alright, now you can see all the sprites that are moving in here. So this is the same, this is our sprite box, these are all the sprites. Okay, now let's see if we want to just draw one sprite, one batch of sprites. Let's save it. Let's build it and draw it. So it will just draw those set of sprites in there. If we want to go for this one, just uncomment this and let's draw it again. You'll see we have more added sprites in there. So that's how we are going for this one. Stay tuned for more. We'll come up with more of the function in there. We'll be going more deep into the way how we're gonna start with controls and everything. Thank you.